What's up, everyone? Welcome to Light Force Academy, Order of the Paladin. I am the Master of the Order, Master Patrick Tadavosian. I hope you guys are doing well. This is part of our online video tutorials for Light Force Academy, and this is specifically part of our Lightsaber combat basics. So if you are new to saber combat and you want to get into it, you want to learn how to duel, you want to compete, you want to train, whatever it is you want to do with a lightsaber, this video will help you get started. For those of you who are already really experienced in saber combat and just maybe want to start to fine-tune some of your skills, maybe work on a little bit more technique and stances and whatnot, this video can help you out as well. Alright, so please don't forget to like and subscribe our channel, and that way we can get as many videos as we can get out to you guys and really get some high-quality content in. Alright, so for today's video, what we're going to cover is basic blocking. Okay, basic blocking. Now, I'm going to show you two versions of the basic blocking, but the first and foremost is going to be our two-hand grip. Now, in one of our earlier videos on our channel, you can check it out. It's going to go over the basic on-guard fighting stance, and it's going to show you how to stand properly. Once you got that down, you have your stance, you feel comfortable, now you can start practicing your blocks. Alright? So what we'll do, as always, we're going to start off in our ready stance. So our feet are shoulder width apart. Your off hand is on your hip. Your right hand is fist tight behind the lower back. And this is we went over this in detail in one of our other videos as well. Now, if you don't have a belt, you don't need a belt. You can just hold your saber in the same position. You're going to draw your saber. All right. You're going to salute. And now, from this position, to practice your blocks and even basic strikes, what we always do for warm-ups is start off in a horse stance. Now, our horse stance is a wide stance where we bend our knees and we hold this position. Now, of course, you can practice this in a neutral standing position, okay, and you're just focusing on your blocks and your strikes. But the reason we train with horse stance is because in all sports, you want to train your legs, you want to train your core, okay, and you want to work on that discipline, being able to control your body. Don't let your body control you. So I'm sitting in a horse stance, my feet are apart, my back is straight, I'm bending my knees. It's slightly uncomfortable, okay? It may start out to be really uncomfortable for you in the beginning, but you want to have a wide stance. Don't try to do a narrow stance. This is just super uncomfortable. Plus, your knees are passing your toes, which in fitness is always bad for your knees, okay? So keep your legs apart, all right? Bend your knees, and we're going to go over with our side hand grip, okay? That's our two-handed grip. Side hand is foundation. This is our foundation in our training. So combat hand on top, off hand on bottom near the pommel, and we're here, okay? Now I'm going to show you some basic blocks, and these are very good to practice every time, every day that you're going to be practicing. Start off with this as a warm-up to help focus on that technique and build that proper technique and that foundation, okay? Now, when you go into these blocks, they will be modified when you're dueling. Remember, with all the martial arts experience that I've had, I always tell my students, when you're out there and you're defending yourself in an actual fight with everything going on, the unexpected, your endorphins are pumping, you just can't think straight, you're just trying to defend yourself, you're only really fighting maybe 60% of your actual ability. So the better you train, the harder you train, okay, the higher quality of training that you accomplish, that you do regularly, that 60% will be much higher, okay? So you have 60% of 100% is 60%. But if you're training 25%, 60% of 25% is not very good, right? So you're going to practice your techniques properly, and they will evolve into different techniques to stop an attack quickly and effectively, okay? But you got to build the foundation. Remember that foundation, right? So we're here, okay? Now, basic high blocks. We're going to practice both ways. Now, just because I'm in a horse stance doesn't mean I'm not allowed to pivot. I am, and I want you to pivot because you want to use your hips to rotate. In all martial arts, one of the most important parts of your body that you have to use, beside your head, right, beside your brain, is your hips. Okay, your hips. They drive everything. The power from your core to activate your core is to drive and engage your hips, right? So we're here. We're going to do a high block. Okay. Now, a high block, you're going to bring your arms up, and you're going to pass to the side. You want your head, if someone's going to strike you right on top of the head, You don't want to block like this because they can hit your fingers and that'll hurt, or they'll hit your hilt. And in some leagues, the hilt is a live target. All right? If this was an actual saber, cut right through. Okay? So block it off to the side, above your head, right here, and practice keeping it flat. Don't tilt it. Okay? If you tilt it here, they're going to come and hit your fingers. You can tilt it here when we're practicing different techniques, but we're talking about intermediate to advanced movement. This is just basic warm-ups to get you started. Okay? So you're here. You're going to rotate your hips and block up, high block. Bring it back. Okay? When you block, just as in martial arts, we teach blocking is not stopping the attack, it's attacking the attack. Okay, I'm attacking their attack so they feel that pain to back off. Okay, it's our defense mechanism. We have the kiap, the yell, it's a defense mechanism, but also blocking and striking that attack, right? So you're going to block, you're going to give it a little pop so the blade will bounce off your blade and opens you up for a strike, opens them up for a strike, okay? So you're going to block, squeeze your abs, engage your abs, and return. Practice the other side too. Block and return. Like, well, why do I practice that side? It's not my right. It's not my good side. It's my off side. Well, because what if you want to move this way? If you're going to block this way, you're going to move that way to do something, right? You're going to go laterally. You're going to go diagonal. Where are you going to go, right? You want to be able to be free to go either side. So we're here. Block, high block. Rotating your hips. I'm pivoting my back legs. See what my legs are doing? I'm pivoting my back foot. Return. Block. Return. When you practice these, you want to practice this a lot. You want to do like 10 of each at least. Okay, you just want to do repetitive motion so it becomes ingrained into your muscle memory. And you just be able to do it on instinct. Okay? So high block, high block. Okay? Now, if somebody tries to strike you to the side, maybe to the head or to the body, somewhere in this area, okay, we're going to do a basic middle block. Okay? So we're here. Alright? You're going to punch it in and block it. Now, here's what happens. You will adjust the height of this depending on where they're striking. If they start to go too low, you're not going to do this. All right? You'll just change your block, right? So, right here, and again, I'm rotating, and I'm punching it, and I come back. Punch it, and come back. So you got your middle blocks. Now, some of you will be like, well, what about that cool block where we can block like this? Block like that. Yeah, absolutely. These are, again, intermediate to advanced blocks that you can use. And when you get the idea of what a proper block is, you will naturally modify your movements to do the block necessary for that situation. Okay? But not if you don't have the basics down. Not if you don't have the fundamentals down. Okay? So we're here. High block. High block. Okay? Now, middle block. Turn to your side. Now, don't come off way too far to the side because I'm open right here, completely exposed. Right over here. You want to have that block away from your body so it doesn't ricochet and hit you in the face. Okay? And with the different blade grades, you never know. It can whip if it's a lighter blade, or with the force of a heavier blade, it come back and hit you. Alright? So here, block it and come back. Block it and come back. Okay? Rotate, pivot. Do not just do this. This doesn't do anything for you. Okay? It's actually not going to improve your technique. It's not going to give you the power or the strength for it to stop the attack. Alright? Now we're going to move down. What if someone does a thrust? Okay? If they try to thrust. Now it's important to understand the different, depending on the league that you join or the club that you join, what are the rules? What are their rules? Are thrusts even allowed? If they're allowed, where are they allowed? Some leagues do not allow thrusts at all. Some leagues, our league, allows thrusts in a certain area. Okay? So it's important to know the rules. Now the way we train our students and our practitioners how to compete in any league. Okay? We study all the rules. We train for those competitions and we train how to defend against those types of attacks. Alright? So same thing here. But it's important to know when someone comes at you with a thrust, what can you do? Okay? So we're going to go with the basic parry. Okay? A parry is a redirect. It's different than a block. You're not stopping it, you're redirecting it. Okay? If it is coming towards my body, I'm going to go clockwise or counterclockwise depending on what your hand, which hand's on top. Okay? Now I'm facing you, this is my right side. I'm going to go counterclockwise is the most comfortable usually for the right-handed fighter. So I'm here, I rotate it and I twist my hips to push it off the direction. If it's coming towards me, I'm just redirecting it. Why redirect it rather than try to stop it? Because when I redirect it and I move in, when I move to a different angle, it exposes my opponent for me to strike them and get that point. Okay? So we're here, clockwise and redirect. Then, of course, you want to practice the other way. Counterclockwise, boom. And again, it might be opposite for you, but you get the point. We're here, you rotate and you twist your hips. So you're rotating the saber. Now, what's happening with my combat hand is I'm loosening the grip and I'm keeping a two-finger grip pretty much here. And then I rotate. I am not changing the grip mid-block or mid-attack or anything here. So here, okay, I come back, right here. And you want to practice that. Squeeze your core. Engage your abs when you do it and you're getting an oblique and a full core workout. Okay? So you're here, right there. Breathe. The noises I make aren't for sound effects. Alright? Some people, oh, look, you're just trying to make sounds. No, I'm trying to breathe. And that's just how I breathe. 32 years of martial arts. That is just how I breathe. Okay? So we're here, and we're here. Now they're trying to strike your legs. Okay? When you get an attack to your... It is hot. When you're getting an attack to your legs, you want to block across your body and then meet that attack. So if it's coming out to if it's going to hit me here on my leg, I'm going to meet it and attack it. Now I'm keeping the blade a little bit away from my leg so I don't get hit. I'm not stopping directly in front of my leg. I'm passing it, right? Two reasons. One, keeps it away from my body. Number two, again, it opens them up for me to come in and attack. Alright? So, low block, rotate, don't forget to rotate, low block, and come back. Now, you notice my blade is small. This is a 22-inch blade, okay? For the studio I'm in right now, the room I'm in, I have a low ceiling, I'm working with a lower blade. Okay, blade length is preference, but it's also based on the rules in the league that you're competing in. How long or how short does it have to be, or is it allowed to be? I'm training with a shorter blade just so you can see in this room that I'm in, and I'm just blocking down, okay? Blocking down, okay? And there's we'll go over in another video the benefits and the disadvantages of having longer or shorter blades, what's best, and you'll realize that it's basically what you feel best with and what the blade is most responsive for you, okay? All right, so we're here, low block, low block. All right, so let's go through all the blocks. High block, middle block, parry, parry, low block, low block. All right, and salute. Very good. All right, so you can tell these videos aren't super edited, okay? I'm sweating, I have towel, there's no cut, let me wipe my sweat, reapply some makeup. I'm trying to keep these videos as real as possible for you. We will edit them a little bit, we'll have some editing, but I want to give you the content, I want to be able to talk it out and explain what we're doing, why we're doing it, okay? So, sometimes people ask, well, how many times am I supposed to practice these moves? Listen, there's not really an answer for that. The answer is more, not less, okay? And you practice as much as you possibly can because you want to ingrain that and to make it muscle memory, just reactive, instinctive, okay? Right? If somebody tries to hit you, you might go, whoa, and just try to swat it away, okay? And that can work. And there are deflects that we have. We have lots of deflects. Someone tries to hit you on the side, deflect. And again, those are like those parries, right? Deflect, okay? Rather than just block. And to get to those points, to get to that point in doing deflects and parries and all kinds of moves, you have to have some kind of a foundation. And that's where these blocks come in, okay? So you can sit there in your horse stance, your legs start to shake. Guess what? You're strengthening your legs. Squeeze your abs, just sit there. And in the morning or whatever you have time to practice, just sit there and practice all those different blocks, right? So a block, 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 block. And you can practice that same routine. What do we have there? 2, 4, 8 blocks. We have 8 blocks that you can practice it over and over. You can literally just practice one block like 10 times. Then go to the next one 10 times. whatever you feel you need to do to make it so that you're doing, that it's ingrained into your mind, it becomes muscle memory. Now remember, sometimes people get carried away. It's easy to get carried away. We're going through this all the time, and you start to mess up on your technique. You're not throwing the best technique. The key here is, no matter how many times you're practicing them, you're practicing to the 100% of your ability, to the best of your ability. So make sure that block is proper. Make sure it's flat. Make sure it's above your head. Make sure you're rotating your hips. Make sure your hand positioning, your arm positioning is proper. And do that every time you block, okay? And you will get better and better, okay? And again, this is a basic blocked Zaidan grip. Beautiful way to get started. This is a great thing, because when you start to practice with somebody, you just ask them, okay, hey, can you slowly start attacking me? Have them first start off attacking you 2 times in each part. All right? 2 times on the head, 2 times on the body, 2 times with the thrust, 2 times with the leg, in order so you practice. And then you have them start to change it up. But please make sure that you are wearing protective gear, okay? A fencing mask is highly recommended, okay? Some kind of gloves. Now, we're going to have a video on different types of gloves that you can use. Lacrosse gloves are the most popular gloves, the most commonly used gloves. Lots of companies make great gloves, but we'll have that in some of the videos that we go through, okay? So just be careful when you do train, but practice these moves on your own, block over and over and over. And this is the Zaidan basic block in a horse stance. All right? Well, thanks for tuning in, you guys. I hope you guys got something out of that. Please, again, please leave comments, and I do mean it. You know, I like to hear whatever you have to say, whatever questions you may ask, because we are going to go through those questions, and we are going to try to answer as many as we can. We'll have separate videos where we just answer your questions. Let me know what your preferred method of grip is, or maybe if you've never done this before, ask me a question. You know, ask me something that you're wondering how to do, or maybe a situation or something. And it's good because it'll help me. Hey, that's a great question. I can use that in another video to help a bunch of people who have the same exact question. So, wow, I'm dripping. So anyway, please feel free to comment. Please like and subscribe. And I really appreciate your support. Thank you very much, you guys. And salute. Have a great day.